versions that are coming up. There's OpenShift, there's an Amazon Web Services, there's an Azure Cloud. As an architect, as a digital solution architect, how to fit in where, which technology to fit into the cloud, which cloud is something which is very, very interesting, and the CIOs and CTOs, at the same time business users, are quite considerate about the cost involved in these cloud services and how to mix up in the digital solution architecture. There's an OpenShift which is good for integration services. When we have to integrate an Azure SQL data warehouse with the SAP HANA data warehouse or SAP HANA calculation view, we'll be using an OpenShift and we'll make it container-based storage. Now, OpenShift is an open source code that helps us connecting two different products. Now, if we talk about a SAP HANA calculation view getting connected to an Azure SQL data warehouse or a vice versa, let's assume a scenario wherein we are using business users and mid-level management reports and dashboards to be stored in Azure SQL data warehouse, and the aggregated data or huge key value propositions based KPIs we want to store in HANA calculation view. Then how to connect these two, SAP and Microsoft? For that we need to use an OpenShift and a cloud connector. Now, coming to the point, how to deploy SAP HANA in an Azure cloud, whether it's an Amazon Web Services based deployment or it's an Azure cloud based deployment. Now, how to choose that? OpenShift we have chosen for the cloud connectivity. Now, how to choose between Amazon Web Services and Azure? Let's take a classical approach. We all know that the entire enterprise is moving to S4 HANA and S5 HANA. At the same time, we have to leverage data lake. So the best solution that works out would be an S4 HANA or a S5 HANA, SAP S4 HANA or a S5 HANA deployed as a blob in Azure cloud. Now, what do we mean by blob? Blob means it's a secure storage space like a container that we get with a prior permissions from Microsoft to deploy S4 HANA as a bare metal server based blob in Microsoft Azure cloud. What's the advantage of that? We are getting the entire data warehouse and ECC in Microsoft Azure. The entire enterprise we are getting in form of S5 HANA in a Azure blob. Remember, Azure has another feature of a data lake that we can easily deploy. So, this Azure data lake, which will be having the structured and unstructured data, and S5 HANA, which is deployed as a blob in Azure cloud, will eventually get into a Databricks in which we'll be doing the data science modeling, machine learning modeling, AI, and eventually it will be visualized in Tableau or a ClickView or a business objects reports and dashboards or AI tools. More detailed architecture we'll do in a detailed whiteboarding. Thank you. But this is what the trend the CIOs and CTOs or the Fortune 10 companies of the world are using. Thank you so much.